Peace, fam. What's going on? Decided to come on here. Uh, I want to talk about these spiritual streets. There's a lot going on in these spiritual streets. And the first thing is you have to know energy. And when I say energy, you first must know you, your energy. That is the most, knowing your energy is discovering who and what you are. You are a spiritual being. You are source sources within you. We're all. But you must know yourself. You must know your energy. Because at the end of the day, this is not the real you. You must know your energy. Because without knowing your energy, you can go down, as I say, spiritual streets. You can go down some avenues and streets that you can avoid going down. It's no different in these spiritual streets than you dealing with certain people. You know, certain things, certain experiences that you done learn. If you is a spiritual person, you know, you done had certain experiences to toughen your skin, certain experiences you went through to get you to be where you are. And if you is on this self-journey, this spiritual journey, you will understand that every experience you had was to grow you. It's just about catching the lessons. Now in these spiritual streets, you're gonna meet all kinds of different beings. It doesn't matter how they appear. They come in all different shades, different sizes, different colors. But at the end of the day, it's all spiritual. At the end of the day, that means energy. Spirit is breath, energy. It's all dealing with energy. See, let me give you an example. It's like you entertaining someone. And there's a lot of people that said on here talking about people that's narcissistic. They'll call themselves studying to see where weakness is. Play with you, play in your face. You know, go as far as you will let them. You know, sometimes you give them an inch and they take a mile. It's the same thing in the spiritual streets. You're gonna meet a lot of people that's so-called spiritual. But a bunch of them haven't put in the work. This is why you mostly hear me talk about self-love. Because if you don't love yourself, then you're not gonna really know how to love someone. And someone that don't really love themselves is not gonna know how to love you right. They're not gonna know how to handle you right. So you need to know your energy. Because people are gonna come at you from all different angles, all different things. I've heard a lot of things. Some people, they're not gonna talk to you from here. They're gonna talk to you from here. And that's a no-no. Each and every person is where they're supposed to be. But it's all about being humble. And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Your first teacher is your higher self. Yeah, that's right, it's your higher self. And a lot of times we have not listened to that. You know how, damn, my first mind told me, damn, my gut told me. And you didn't listen. And you end up had to catch that lesson or go back through it a few times. So it's the same thing when you're dealing with these spiritual streets. You got to know your energy, and you have to be done healed with self-love, or you'll find yourself going through things that you shouldn't even must go through. As I use the example, dealing with someone narcissistic. You know, do you dirty, and then come back and play you like it is you and did something. In these spiritual streets, everything it's no different. And as I say, there's many people, many individuals in these streets, and they're not ain't much healed. So you have to know your energy. And another thing, once you know your energy, once you done really did the healing work, because everyone that said they done did the self-love hasn't really put that in. And as I stated many of times, that self-love comes with some crocodile tears, because you first, before you point any finger, you have to deal with you. You have to deal what you done, what you allowed, what you seen, what you didn't take heed to, and then moving forward of healing. Knowing what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept. After that, you have to know your energy. This way you won't be exploited. Because in these spiritual streets, as it is on this top, you can't be exploited. There'll be people dropping in your DMs, hey, I was just running across your page, I picked up your vibe. No real reader is not going to come to you. You're going to have to go to them. Let me say that again. No real reader is going to come to you. You're going to have to go to them. That's already known. And another thing I done heard in here, some people look down and they don't even much know their rites of passage. You are old gods. Let me say that again. You are old gods. You already been through that. You come back, it's just you have to remember. So don't let nobody fool you with that foolery, man. With that bullshit. It's all about you remembering. It's all about you trusting you. It's all about you. See, let me give you something. During the ancient times, we was taught it wasn't no such thing as religion. We was taught certain things. When you was a child, you was taught to keep that, because all of us as a child had these worlds that we lived in every day and played. And they taught you to keep that. And in certain lessons that they gave you, they taught you that to hold on to that, because that was power. And they taught you that to grow with that, to magnify that. And they instill certain laws and certain things in that word, to where you didn't just have to go in meditation, you will be able to see. So, you got to know who you are. You got to know your energy. And you most definitely have to be healed. As I say, not to go down certain streets, certain avenues. So that way you can miss a lot of the bull, the BS. And it's a lot of things that you're going to have to let go of as part of the healing journey. This is part of you knowing your energy, because when you get to know your energy, you know you're going to have to transform. This is why that snake, that cobra you see is so serious. Yeah, I'm going to do a part 2 of this, because there's some more I have to get out just to give it to y'all. Stay tuned, I'll be right back.